Get ready to explore the gripping tale of Lisa Kelly from Ice Road Truckers as we delve into witness the highs and lows of her brave adventure on some of the maximum risky roads within the world. From going through excessive conditions to overcoming personal demanding situations, Lisa's story is a testimony to resilience and resolution within the face of adversity. So wherein is she now? And what approximately the opposite forged participants? Join me as we get to the bottom of the heartbreaks and triumphs that define Lisa's unforgettable legacy on the Ice Road Truckers. In Yellowknife, Art Burke, who had previously starred inside the famous TV series Ice Road Truckers, became given a sentence of 18 months of residential confinement. At a previous time, Arthur Burke had entered a guilty plea to the rape of causing arson through negligence. The documents filed in courtroom display that he admitted to inflicting an explosion in the lavatory of his residence in Yellowknife in November of 2018. At the time, he was attempting to produce a concentrated form of cannabis called shatter, butane, a highly flammable chemical that is normally found in disposable lighters, is a crucial issue within the manner. When the explosion took place, the restroom door became blown off its hinges. The ceiling of the rental was raised and the constructing sustained harm that changed into greater than $60,000. Burke became hospitalized for a period of 12 days so that it will get over the burns and other accidents he sustained. It became proposed through both the prosecution and the protection that the defendant receive a conditional sentence of 18 months. Burke, who is in his mid-60s and lives on Prince Edward Island, is permitted to serve a portion of that sentence in the cab of his truck. This is performed so that he can continue to earn a dwelling whilst he's serving his sentence. During the whole lot of Ice Road Truckers' final 5 seasons, he performed the lead function. Thankfully, no, it appears that the truck motive force from Canada is still with us. He had foremost health troubles that induced him to change his way of life to a more fit manner of residing, is the simple explanation. Alex became and proposed for healthful residing and the incorporation of dietary supplements into his weight loss program because of an unspecified fitness accident that he went via as the end result of the statement that his son Andrew had exceeded away in 2019. There is lots of uncertainty concerning whether or no longer Alex turned into still with us. Andrew, who have been recognized with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis in 2017, surpassed away in a house fire while he became 32 years antique. Author Dvorsky documented his exploits as a legendary ice street trucker in his autobiography King of the Road, which spanned greater than 4 decades of his career. Transporting equipment and requirements across Canada's Northwest Territories, Dvorsky saw his ice expeditions as profitable endeavors. In comparison to thrill-seekers who have been lured to the coldest elements of the planet, Dvorsky became every day at truck activities all around the globe with the help of a dedicated enterprise manager who coordinated his appearances. The epidemic, however, reduced brief some of his planned appearances. In February and March of 2021, Dvorsky triumphed over the snowy roads, finishing his winter deliveries as others struggled with COVID-19. He efficiently completed his ultimate excursion in April, in spite of enduring 10 days of terrible weather. Along with his paintings as a truck driving force, Dvorsky has taken on the position of safety recommend for the industry, drawing attention to the vital position that vehicles play in turning in necessities and life-saving scientific components. His son Andrew's premature loss of life in a residence hearth in 2019 devastated his family. As he gracefully weathered lifestyle storms, Dvorsky's unfaltering religion kept him going. Hugh Rowland, known for navigating perilous roads on the show, confronted a serious setback whilst he was worried in a truck crash in Canada, ensuing in extreme accidents that impacted his intimate life. As his ebook, On Thin Ice, changed into released, Hugh Rowland, a forged member of Ice Road Truckers, spoke with YouTuber Joshua Nani about his ice street trucking profession and lots of different matters. Several Ice Road Truckers characters from preceding seasons had been replaced because the show went on, according to Nani. Previously, "I've in no way experienced any issues with any of my drivers," Roland answered. "The second the cameras have been mounted on my vehicles, my drivers started to fantasize, approximately turning into movie stars. I terminated their employment in the long run. After a number of the drivers he disregarded determined new jobs, Roland went on to say that records kept highlighting them even though he had found replacements. Worth noting is that Roland asserted that the presence of TV cameras had no impact on him after a preliminary adjustment duration. Unless they're getting proper photographs, they may be no longer always right on your face. If you need to get matters finished, you simply ought to persevere using, he told Hollywood Soapbox. Despite his want to fire drivers, all through his time at the display, Roland have become a sequence staple after appearing in 8 seasons of Ice Road Truckers and a few spin-offs. Season 5 of Ice Road Truckers catapulted Maya Seberblom to stardom because the truck motorforce became model. But what befell to her? First, permits reflect on consideration on her strong persona and well-known feedback. For example, Maya received overviewers in Season 5 by sharing her actual love of trucking. Rumor has it that in spite of internet hypothesis, she determined to all at once leave the display so she should deal with being a mother and raising her little boy. Who Maya is now within the trucking commercial enterprise is anyone's bet. For the reason that she is not energetic on social media. Maya, who grew up in a quiet farming village in New Jersey, finally became a truck driving force in 2007 after a short career in modeling. She drove an 18-wheeler truck through New York City streets for 3 years before she seemed on TV. After Ice Road Truckers, she had a short, however memorable stint in TV. Despite her short look at the broadcast, her presence left a lasting influence on spectators. Many viewers would be thrilled to see Maya returned on display screen if a 2D season were to be considered, am I right? Post a comment and tell us. Fans of the series Ice Road Truckers will take into account Steph Custins as a brand new recruit who joined the series at some point of Season 10. During her time on the show, she became taught the ropes of the trade via pro truck drivers Todd Dewey and Lisa Kelly. The show did no longer offer any specific facts concerning the amount of experience that Steph had, apart from the truth that she had a few enjoy riding a truck and had definitely no experience driving on ice roads. When she made her very first look inside the collection, she became put through a hard riding test at the request of her boss, Mark Kohajikowicz, who works for Polar Industries. This is a alternatively telling fact. An extra piece of proof demonstrating Steph's lack of expertise as a motive force can be observed in an interview that passed off in 2016 between Lisa Kelly and Overdrive. In this interview, Lisa Kelly asserts that Steph didn't simply power a truck before the show. It appears especially strange that the showrunners could pick someone who has such little knowledge driving a truck and no revel in any respect with ice, especially while one considers the harsh circumstances and treacherous roads that the forged individuals of the collection must suffer on a everyday foundation. The teenage truck motive force ended up being a successful and respected a part of the group. That is something that enthusiasts are aware about, notwithstanding the reality that the inclusion of Steph Custins to the series can also have regarded to be barely weird at the time, including that both Kelly and the show have modified plenty in view that its end up beginning. A vital question arises now that we recognize more about Lisa's existence after Ice Road Truckers. Is she going to get back on her bike? Could it be that the show may want to make a comeback? We believe, Lisa, that the display is not formally canceled, but is as a substitute on hiatus. There is, in idea, not anything preventing its restoration, considering the fact that there aren't any essential personnel or legal worries. There were highs and lows along the manner, but Kelly is maintaining out hope that Ice Road Truckers hasn't broadcast its remaining episode, which could indicate a likely comeback. While she did mention that the COVID-19 epidemic had an effect on production talks, she nevertheless desired the show to retain in a 2021 interview with Overdrive. The destiny is doubtful because of the many modifications happening in the international, including the outcomes of the COVID pandemic in 2020 on enjoyment tasks. Despite Lisa's enthusiasm, she has no say in the matter's closing outcome. Kelly will in all likelihood be returned in control and in front of the cameras again if a new season happens, and she or he accepts the invitation. The results and impact of the Ice Road Trucker application. From 2007 till 2017, the History Channel ran the Truth Display, Ice Road Truckers, commonly shortened as IRT. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to spoil that like button and hit the submit notification bell to be the first to realize while the next video is up.